2011, London Resort Company Holdings proposed their vision for a brand new Disney-style theme park for Swanscombe, Kent. This would be an all-round leisure and entertainment resort featuring rides, hotels, bars, restaurants, business space and a monorail. The development of the resort had a fluctuating story, with new plan submissions becoming failures far too often, leading to the inevitable withdrawal of the plans. But what actually happened to the park and why did it fail? In this video we'll take a deep dive into the London Resort, the biggest inevitable theme park failure in UK history. In order to understand the scale of the resort's proposal, we need to journey back to 1988 when Universal proposed a £1 billion investment into Universal City, which would be located on a marshes site in Rainham, Essex. The main issue regarding this site was the land the park would be built on. The Rainham Marshes area covers nearly 1,200 acres and is identified as a site of specific scientific interest, meaning that it is home to several endangered wildlife species. Regardless, the project was approved by the UK government as it was seen to be important to the UK economy. However, due to the land being mostly marshes or silt, as well as local opposition, Universal completely scrapped the idea. As well as this, Disney also ventured into the possibility of opening one of their parks in the UK, with areas in the Midlands and Norfolk considered when it came to the initial plans for Euro Disney. However, an issue with uneven terrain led Disney to choose the Paris site instead, which is where it still stands and thrives today. The reason I've looked back at these two projects is to understand that historically, the physical landscape of the UK has been what steers big investors away from major theme park projects, and as we'll come to find, the London Resort was no different. The project officially began in 2011, and the park was originally planned to be themed to major films company Paramount, under the name London Paramount Entertainment Resort. As well as featuring Paramount properties such as Mission Impossible and The Italian Job, the park would also obtain rights to feature BBC and ITV properties such as Doctor Who, Thunderbirds and Top Gear due to their cultural impact on the UK. This was all well and good, however it wouldn't take long for things to go south. When discussing the London Resort, there are several different reasons as to why it never came to fruition, so I feel as though breaking them into three key aspects will help us fully understand. The first aspect is environment. The Swanscombe Peninsula site inhabits 82 species of bird and over 2,000 species of invertebrate. This led to an immediate response from local opposition in early 2012, with protest groups such as Save Swanscombe Peninsula being formed. The idea of a theme park overtaking such a biodiverse area wasn't something locals were fond of, and it soon became an issue for London Resort Company Holdings. In 2013, a rare species of jumping spider was found to inhabit the peninsula site, which acted as a roadblock for the plans being developed. Although the company pledged to move the species to a safe new environment, the project was paused. As years went by, plans changed and there was a general struggle for the company to publish a full official proposal. And in 2021, Natural England designated the land as a site of specific scientific interest, much like the Rainham Marshes site. This, once again, halted the resort plans, and after the resurgence of the jumping spider species in early 2022, the BBC and ITV both pulled out of the plans, leaving the London Resort on its own. At this point, it almost seemed impossible for the plans to go ahead. The next aspect is transport. The park will be located in the village of Swanscombe, with a residency of only 25,000 people. The London Resort development would mean that intense pressure would be put on Swanscombe's current infrastructure, as well as the Dartford Crossing, which connects Kent to Essex. Fortunately, the London Resort plans were generated at the same time as the proposed Lower Thames Crossing, which essentially aimed to build a second bridge connecting Kent to Essex. The theme park plan relied heavily on this project, as it would allow a large number of guests to access it, and when the project was announced, the Lower Thames Crossing proposal was taken much more seriously. As well as the crossing, a ferry service was proposed to connect Swanscombe Peninsula to Essex. However, nothing came of this in the end, much like the Lower Thames Crossing. In 2020, a new proposal was submitted but withdrawn months later due to the economic and environmental impacts of the motorway. This was a massive blow to the London Resort plans, as their only major transport network was no longer an option. Since then, a new proposal for the motorway has been submitted, however this came after the London Resort Company had withdrawn their plans. The last aspect is economy. When the project was announced, it had the financial backing of Paramount, the BBC and ITV, and in 2014 the project was dubbed as a nationally significant infrastructure project, meaning it had the ability to have a wider economic success than just the local area. So the park as a whole had quite a bit of momentum. However, all three companies eventually pulled out of the deal, and with the project being estimated to cost £3.5 billion to complete, it was unclear where this money would actually come from. After a consultation in 2021 brought an end to the ongoing delay, the plans were forced to be examined immediately, and in March 2022, London Resort Company Holdings withdrew their plans for the park. Regardless of the park's chief executive claiming that the plans would be refreshed and resubmitted in March 2023, this would be the last time an official plan went into place. Instead, the company went into administration, and in November 2023, the company was allegedly sued by Paramount over their involvement in the plans. Since then, nothing has been heard about the London Resort development. So now that the history is out the way, what would we actually have seen come to the theme park? Original concept art was released in 2012, showing the Paramount theme in all its glory. A look at the entrance shows a grand archway leading guests into the park, accompanied by water fountains, mountainous landscapes, and what appears to be an inverted roller coaster dominating the skyline. We also see a medieval style street, a fairy tale boat dock, and an adventure themed land with a river rapids attraction. Flash forward to 2014 and we see a new look at the entrance archway, this time from what appears to be further back, with a more extensive fountain package and flowers to accommodate. We also see a brand new area of the park, appearing to be a movie studio, featuring a Mission Impossible attraction and a restaurant inspired by the Godfather trilogy. In addition, we also see a brand new Star Trek roller coaster, inspiring a brand new sci-fi themed area. The original Paramount concept art looks incredible, and I'm sure that if this park was ever built, it would be absolutely stunning in real life. 2017 gave us our first overview concept art, showing the entire park from an aerial perspective. This art gives us a variety of different themes, such as fantasy, sci-fi and tropical, as well as a large area dedicated to Aardman animation, which is seen closer in this image, showing a British town covered in references from the likes of Wallace and Gromit and Shaun the Sheep. As well as this, we also see a concept for Camp Rabbids, revealing a roller coaster attraction and hinting at a partnership with the video games company Ubisoft. In 2019, we got a more in-depth look at the themed areas that will be coming to the now called London Resort, including the High Street, Starport, the Jungle, the Isles, the Kingdom, the Woods and the Studio. This came alongside a second aerial concept piece, showing the new layout of the park. The following year, the plans were changed yet again, revealing a third look across the park. The 2020 plans, however, were a lot more promising than the previous ones, as this document contained over 10 detailed photos of the plans on the surrounding area, as well as an additional handful of concept images showing the park's layout and ride lineup. In 2021, the layout changed once more, with a brand new area named Base Camp being revealed in great detail. This would be a dinosaur themed area that looked to include 2 major roller coasters as well as an immersive dinosaur animatronic, a zip wire and climbing activities. As good as this concept art looked, it was unfortunately the last images we would see of what could have been at the London Resort. This brings us to 2024, where the Swanscombe Peninsula was put up for sale, putting an official end to the London Resort plans. We also see the new plans for Universal to build a theme park, this time north of London in Bedford, and unfortunately, due to the UK's history with major theme park projects, I can't see this going ahead, even though I would love to get excited about it. However, all of that speculation is for a future video. What did you think of the London Resort development? Would you have liked to seen it come to the UK, or are you glad that it never went ahead? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching this time, and hopefully you'll join me in the next one.